Hello friends, welcome to Ashok IT. This is Shekhar, Java trainer at Ashok IT. In this video, we are going to discuss how to create a thread in Java. What are the different ways of creating a thread? Basically, a thread is a separate path of execution in a program. Suppose your program has multiple tasks, and if you want to execute those tasks simultaneously, then for each task, you can define a separate thread, and so that multiple threads can execute parallelly and the task can be completed parallelly, so that it can improve the performance of the application. And by default, every Java application is going to contain at least one thread, and that is called main thread. And now if you want to create a thread in Java, in java.lang package, which is a default package of Java, there is a thread class provided, and also Runnable interface is provided. So there are two ways to create a thread in a Java application. One way is by extending thread class, and the other way is by implementing Runnable interface. So if you also want to extend another parent class by making your class as a thread, then the better option is you can implement Runnable interface. As you know, if you extend thread, then your class cannot extend any other class. But if your class implements Runnable, then your class can also extend another parent class, can derive the attributes or can get the behavior from the another parent class. Now let's see how we can able to create a thread practically on the screen. Here I'm just creating one new Java class, and I want to name it as MyThread, and this class I'm extending from thread class. And whenever you are creating a thread, you should define the logic of a thread in run method. And when you call start on the thread, the start method will internally call the run method, and the instructions that are defined or the task that is defined in the run method will be executed as a part of a thread. So we should override run method here, and in the run method, just I am writing a simple loop like for, and I want to start like int I is equal to 1 and I less than or equal to 10 I plus plus. And I would like to print the value of I here. We are going to print the value of I, and we also want to create other thread by implementing Runnable interface. So that will also print values from 21 to 30. So to make that both these threads are executing parallelly, to simulate the parallel execution, we are going to provide some sleep interval. So we want to sleep this thread for some time. So let's say a delay of 2000 milliseconds. Consider it's like a 2 seconds. And I should keep my code in try and catch blocks, as sleep method throws interrupted exception and it is a checked exception. So I'm going to keep try block, and for try I'm going to define a new catch block, and this can handle interrupt. If any exception occurs, I would like to print it by calling print stack trace method. Now the other way of creating a thread, let's create a new thread, another Java class I'm creating. This is MyThread2, and this implements Runnable interface. This is another way of creating a thread in Java. And here also we should override run method, and I'm just going to keep my code in try, and I would like to add a for loop, and this loop has j variable and starts from 20 and prints up to 30, j plus plus. Now s out, then we want to just print the value of j over here, and also to simulate the parallel execution of the two threads in my application, let us provide some sleep time, let's say of 2000 millis, which is nothing but 2 seconds. and this cache block can handle interrupted exception, and if any exception occurred, I would like to print the status of the exception. Now there are two threads I have created with the names MyThread class and MyThread2 class. Now I need to create instances of these threads, and I need to call start method, and to do this we are going to create main class. As you know, main is also a thread, so always a thread can be instantiated from another thread. So since main is also a thread, we can create instances of MyThread and MyThread2 from the main thread. So let's create a new class and make it as a test with main method over here. Now we are creating an instance for MyThread, and we want to start MyThread. Similarly, we are also creating instance for MyThread2, and also we are going to start MyThread2. So when I'm trying to call the start method on MyThread2, as you can see, we got an error. The reason why we got error is start method is not present in Runnable interface. So if a thread is created with implementing Runnable, then we need to wrap that object into a thread object again, so that we can able to start the thread. So how I can do that? So I can do by writing new thread of new MyThread2, which is nothing but I am going to wrap it into a thread class, and then I'm just going to call the start method, and this I'm going to change it. The variable type is thread. So thread MyThread2 is equal to new thread of new MyThread2. We are wrapping the Runnable object into a new thread object, and then we can able to call the start method. Now let us run this and check the output. Now the two threads are executing parallelly, and we are getting the output from the thread 1 and also from thread 2. The thread 1 is printing numbers from 1 to 10, and thread 2 is printing the numbers from 20 to 30. Now the process is finished, the threads are completed. Now from Java 8 version, you no need of implementing Runnable interface by creating a separate class, because it is a functional interface. So we can also use a lambda expression to provide the functionality for a functional interface without creating a separate class. Let's see how we can do it by creating another example. Now consider we are going to create a new Java class. This is a test2, and which has main method. Now directly here we are going to create two threads. You can see how I am going to create them. Runnable, let's say R1 is a reference variable, or we can say Runnable1. Runnable is an interface. We are going to use lambda expression. Runnable, consider Runnable1 equal to, now with the lambda expression we can able to write the logic for the thread. So parenthesis, arrow token, then body of the lambda expression. Now here whatever the task that you want to execute as part of the thread, that you should define as a body of the lambda expression. So for I would like to print from 1 to 10, and here I just want to print I, and I want to make a sleep interval. So thread dot sleep of, let's consider 1000 milliseconds, right? Now this is my first runnable, and for the main directly I am going to say throws interrupted exception. Okay, otherwise I can keep my code within try and catch blocks. I can do like this, otherwise I can able to put my code within try and catch blocks. This sleep method can throw interrupt exception. I can keep this code within try and catch blocks as well. So for instance, if I remove these throws, I can able to write try catch block for sleep. Define a try block, and handle it with catch, interrupted exception. Now, if exception occurred, you can print the exception, print stack trace. Now, as you can see, this is the first thread definition. We are not creating a class by implementing runnable interface, or even we are not extending any thread class. Like this, we can directly create the threads with lambda expressions. Now, let's create a second thread we want to create now. The thread is created like this, runnable to equal to, then start the lambda expression, arrow token, that is arguments to lambda expression, arrow token, then body. And again, the similar code I want right over here as well. We want to create a for loop, and this is a j variable, and it now prints from 11 to 20. Then s out, we want to print the value of j. Here we are printing the value of I. Let's write a string called I equal to plus I, and here we are writing j equal to plus j, a string j is equal to plus j. Here also sleep interval I am providing, so try thread dot sleep of 1000 millis, and we are going to define a cache block to handle the exception. And if exception occurs, I would like to print the stack trace of the exception. Now, as you can see, there are two threads I have created just by creating the lambda expressions, by without creating a class, or by without implementing any runnable interface. Now, this is the easiest way and the new way that we can able to create the threads in Java by without creating separate class for each thread. Now, how to start these threads? So, I need to wrap the runnable objects into thread objects. Now, here I am creating two threads, thread 1 and thread 2, by wrapping the runnable and 1 and runnable 2. Now, I just want to call the start method. So, thread 1 start and thread 2 start. Now, let us run this code. Now, the threads are going to be started. Now, you can see the response we are getting from thread 1 and thread 2. Thread 1 prints I value and thread 2 prints j value, and both the threads are executing parallelly, or we can say concurrently, and we got the response. The two tasks are going to be executed parallelly. In this way, there is Java 8 feature provided called lambda expressions, and with the help of lambda expressions also we can provide the implementation for runnable interface, and so that we can able to create the threads by without creating a separate class for each thread. Thank you for watching.